Hi everybody, how you doing? This is my brother-in-law Paul. Paul normally lives in London, normally drives a VW Tiguan, but we're going away to Devon for 4 days with our families. So, in this video, I want to give him a Tesla Model Y and see exactly how he gets on with this in proper family life. I mean, you've got 2 lively kids.
2 kids, full car, weekend away.
This is going to be good. So the first job is going to be to decant all this luggage into this Tesla Model Y, and then we're both going away as families and we're going to give these a real good test. I'm going to be following in a Model 3 Performance, so that also being put to good family use, and we can compare things like efficiency and stuff like that like we normally do, but also just to see what Paul thinks of a Tesla, because you've not driven one of these before, have you?
No, but actually thinking to go towards the electric vehicle way, this could be a decision maker.
This is it, it's going to be perfect. So stick around, I think it's going to be a really good video.
That is a lot bigger.
Yeah, that's all right actually. But there's 2 big bags under the boot floor. Actually, the actual boot space probably isn't that dissimilar, but you've got the big bit under the floor, haven't you?
Deeper and wider, I feel.
There you go. That's the first bit passed. Let's get in the cars and go. Foot on the brake, start set, down for drive, up for reverse, P at the end for park. I'm not going to tell you anything else, that's it.
Okay.
Alright? So if you get your seat set, and then whenever you move your seat, that's in neutral. Push the button at the end. That's park. That's the handbrake.
Where's the handbrake?
That's it.
Oh, that. Oh,
P,
that,
yeah.
the P. Okay, can't remember the P.
That's basically it.
Okay.
Where is the B?
Indicators.
On the left.
Hi.
And the windscreen wipers on the end.
Just push them at the end, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, good luck.
We are the check.
Yeah, you got wireless phone charger there.
Ooh. Love that.
Okay.
Yeah, can I see it?
Rhea, let her see it, darling.
Mummy.
Go easy.
I am.
Are you scared?
Yeah, of course I am.
Oh my god. Right, can I get my belt on first? Oh my god. Oh. You just... Oh. Ah! This is so weird. It's like... It's weird.
It's a sick car.
How does it feel?
Why are you
Beautiful.
Did you go and have a test drive, or is this the first time you've driven?
No, he said he just told me how to start it and how to drive it. And that was it. It proper slows down.
Oh, right.
So you can't like coast.
Oh, okay, so it's like one or the other.
No, you just got to be on the accelerator basically. You can't, you know, like when you like let off and you like coast.
Slows down, yeah. Okay.
It doesn't do that. So I noticed that, but the width of the car seems alright, the length of the car seems alright. But it does feel a bit weird for the first time.
I don't think I've ever
Spacious though, isn't it? It's nice.
It feels a lot bigger than our car, but the back is actually smaller. So the boot's bigger, the back of the car's smaller, the kids' seats are lower down compared to in our car. They're higher up and there's not quite as much space in the back. What would you say, girls?
I think the car is beautiful.
No, but what does it feel like compared to the one we're normally in?
The Volkswagen I'm more used to because it's been our car for lots of years, and this one feels a bit weird the way it
What about
drives.
space though?
What?
What about space? How does it feel like size? How much room you've got compared to the other car?
Well, in our Volkswagen, I think that the back of the seats, I think the back of like the car is bigger.
Yeah.
Because this one is a bit smaller, but I still like it because there's white.
It feels funny when you first drive. It feels like you fling back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It feels really what's the word?
G
Like the
forcey.
acceleration, yeah.
Like that.
Don't do it again.
Right, it says 40 max.
Oh god, yeah, because you can't even see.
What do you mean you can't see what?
Because there's no dashboard. That's weird.
Yeah, well that is your dash.
No, I realise that, but does that feel like weird getting used to?
Yeah, I'm sure you can probably change it like different displays.
You can't change it to being behind the steering wheel.
No, but that's in my like eye line.
Yeah, I've heard.
No, I'm okay.
That,
I'm
that's
okay with that.
One of the things.
No, I'm okay with that because that just makes you look like a bit in the middle of there. That's not a problem. Sure.
Oh wow, look at that. Oh my god. Look, it just shows you when. That's weird. Look. Oh god. You feel like you're gonna crash. You could just watch that, not the road.
Oh yeah.
Now turn left onto Yarrow Road.
Oh. Taking it a bit wide.
I don't want to scuff his wheels.
No, I-
I prefer to go wide than near, like
Yeah,
on the thing.
When I drive
I think
my
the
mum-
length feels about the same, but I feel like it's like slightly wider.
Oh! Ah! Why is it going so fast? I'm scared.
Ah.
It proper just goes, didn't it? Oh!
No,
Ah, stop! Oh, I feel paranoid. Oh, look, it tells you in inches. That's good. You'll be good with that. I'm useless with
And then park is at the end.
Wanna feel the heat, yeah. Wanna feel the heat. Wanna feel the heat. Yeah. Wanna feel the heat, yeah. Wanna feel the heat. Wanna feel the heat. Wanna feel the heat, yeah. Wanna feel the heat.
You like the fast feeling?
Yeah.
What else do you like about it?
I liked the way when we was going up the cliff.
Yeah.
My
It was super
That-
steep, wasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, it didn't make me feel scared because the Tesla was like very calm about it.
The Tesla was calm about it. That's a
It
good
was
way to
calm.
put it. Yeah.
I wasn't, but the Tesla was.
The Tesla was calm about it. So
And I also like the light show.
you like the light show.
Yeah.
You've got the megaphone we were playing with just now. You've got toys. You can even make noises.
You can even watch stuff on it.
Did you find it comfortable to be in on the long
Yes,
journey?
yeah.
Did you fall asleep?
No.
Too excited.
Okay, so is it a thumbs up for the Tesla Model Y?
Yes.
Yeah?
Tesla Model Y,
Thumbs
double thumbs up.
Very good.
Double
Very
thumbs
good.
up.
I'm doing a thumbs up with my feet as well, so.
Your thumbs up your feet. Okay, so it's definitely a thumbs up all round. So when you're away as a family, one of the things that makes Tesla absolutely perfect for this is dog mode. Because if you need to go out to a restaurant or have something to eat, and you can't take a dog in, and the car you can leave dog mode on is absolutely perfect. So Paul, that was that. So what did we cover? 370 miles there in a Model Y. What do you reckon?
It was very comfortable, very quick,
Yeah.
very responsive, felt quite powerful and generally very comfortable. Got all the family in.
It was good for space, wasn't it?
It was good for space.
Your
Boot
Tiguan's
space
pretty
was good.
practical, but in here, did you think the legroom was about the same here as a Tiguan?
I felt like it was smaller at the start when I first looked, just from like what
Because
we're
once you've got
used
kid
to.
seats in, you lose a whole ton of space, don't you?
Yeah, but in fact, I think it is it's just, I think the seats are higher in the Tiguan.
Yeah.
You're generally, the seating position is a bit higher. But no, I think it is generally bigger.
All the gear went in well, and you didn't even touch the front space. There's actually
Nev-
more storage in the front there. So
Never used the front storage, but in the back we used the under storage, and that made a big difference as well for a couple of extra bags.
yeah, it's handy, isn't it? So, what was your sort of first impression driving in? Like, because I didn't give you any instructions how to use any of this stuff deliberately, just kind of left you with it.
Yeah,
So, how did you find it? Like, first drive, first hour of driving, anything you couldn't figure out fairly easily?
So I was mainly asking Emma to do it. So I wasn't like losing focus when I was actually driving. So yeah, I didn't really get too involved initially. Like she was using it, putting in the destination and doing all of the radio and stuff.
Yeah.
But I found it okay with the screen like off centre. I was obviously in the new car checking the speed and making sure I was respecting the speed limit, and I found it was still quite in view, even though it wasn't right.
Some people find it really weird that there isn't a speedo in front, but I must admit I've never found it a problem. But some people find it kind of strange. But
Yeah,
it's good
no,
to...
that wasn't an issue at all. And yeah, I guess it's different because everything is controlled through there. It's not like you have to there's too much else to do, so you kind of, your focus is there anyway.
Yeah, that's good. What did you think of the ride comfort? So how does the ride comfort compare to your car?
Fine. No, yeah, absolutely fine. I think these chairs are like super comfortable, and just thinking, obviously, because you don't hear the engine, like that car is quite a smooth ride, the Tiguan, but this, you just don't, it's effortless, like power as soon as you like touch it.
You didn't find it bumpy?
No, not at all.
Because the ride on this is harder than quite a lot of cars, but I think on the Tiguan it's a fairly firm ride anyway. So the reason I asked that quite specific question is I think from some cars people would find this a hard ride, but I think that's already a fairly firm ride. So probably comparable. Like when you go and have a bumps in that, feels the same, yeah? Because I mean, I drive lots of different cars, so I then drive another car and go, this is much softer suspension, but some people do find it's quite hard. But it's good to hear that you found it absolutely fine.
Yeah, no, I found
and it's
it
a quick car, so you do need the body control as well. You know, some of those roads, good on those hills in Cornwall, aren't they? Those really steep hills, either uphill or downhill, they're super good on these.
Honestly, navigating the lanes and that coastal road, wow, it was proper hugging the road. I was a bit anxious to be driving it because obviously it's not my car and I didn't want to do any damage, but I found it super responsive and really hugging the road the whole way.
Yeah, they're great on hills because you've got the motor slows the car going down, and then you can just sort of stop going up. Even those hills felt like they're about 45 degrees, I'm sure they were, but you can stop and then just go again without any handbrake and stuff like that. And I know it felt weird for you that you just kind of walk away from the car and it locks itself and all that kind of stuff, but you get used to all that.
That was a thing, like you feel like you need to press a button or something to do it. I guess it's just that step forward in technology that I'm not quite used to.
Are you kind of cool with this minimal look? You know, like there's not much around here.
Yeah, I think it's like more futuristic and certainly more appealing than having loads of buttons to do anything.
Yeah, I think you get used to it pretty quickly, and you seem to get used to how it drives. So that was all good. So I worked out roughly speaking the cost of that. So I mean, the charging was easy. They happened to be charged at the campsite. We just charged and drove back. So the cost of the electric for this. So this is the charging cost, which is a few quid at the campsite. It was on an hourly basis and £1 an hour. I mean, not very cheap. So that was a few quid. I haven't got the exact number, but it was about £8-9, something like that.
We stopped off at the Tesla place on the way down.
Yeah, when we stopped off briefly there, but we didn't really need to. That was just because the kids were going into the toilet. So you could count that, but if we just take what we actually needed and used, so to drive down, recharge down there and then come back up here and recharge here for what we've used, it works out to about £20, roughly speaking, of electric in this, and that includes just paying 28 pence per kilowatt hour at home standard rate, which is more increased now. In petrol on your car, looking at your average miles per gallon and what that normally costs, I worked out to be about £78, £80 worth of petrol, which...
I mean, it could be slightly higher. So 370 miles is pretty much a full tank of that, which now, to fill up that tank, it's about 90 quid plus.
Is it really? Yeah. So that's pretty solid 80 odd pounds worth of fuel. Because your long-term miles per gallon, that's 28 miles per gallon. But your trip down to here on the motor is 38, so I was assuming kind of you're 28 because you live in London in your short journey. So
the car does the school runs.
That would be unfair, but so I was working on about 35 miles per gallon as a kind of combined average, probably if you did that journey in that car. So yeah, but about £80 worth of petrol,
so 60 quid,
about £20 worth of electric, roughly speaking.
It's probably a basket of shopping for 60 quid these days.
This is it. So, and I think, you know, if you look at, so you pay like 300 odd a month for leasing on that. I think lease deals on the Y are available for about 500 a month. But you can see, can't you, if you did 2 tankfuls of petrol a month in that, or 3, if you did a bit of mileage, that it actually kind of starts paying out to similar monthly costs now, doesn't it? So
I would definitely consider getting one of these.
Yeah, cool.
It's size-wise, it's perfect. Like, I would aspire to have an X. That's like my ultimate car, but I also am not paying 100 plus grand. You
can't get them new at the moment. Yeah, the used ones are still getting good money as well. But yeah, the X takes it. You know, the X has then the air suspension and obviously the Falcon doors and all that. They are great, but. Yeah, and what was interesting actually was this was actually more efficient than the Model 3 Performance.
Yeah,
which
you were saying it's crazy.
Oh, doesn't it? So this bigger car that's taller.
It's a better driver, Rich. Give you a few lessons.
It must be that. Okay, well I hope that's interesting. You know, thanks to Paul for driving the car there. I don't think it was too arduous, was it?
Thank you for letting me take it on a test drive and saving some mileage on mine.
Well, I think it was interesting just to get your opinion, because you know, obviously I also sell Teslas, so I don't want to give a biased opinion, but I always speak the truth of what I do in the review videos. But good to get your opinion and just seeing like how the luggage fits and compares, and the kids loved it and all that kind of stuff, didn't they? So
they loved it, and I think it does have like an appeal to it as well. But the kids, they found it like interesting, and they loved it, like that they could, you know, I guess it looks a bit more futuristic. And
yeah,
fun.
and they got the games and stuff like that on here, and we did the light show, and they liked all that. Do you like the sound system, by the way?
The sound system was good. That
Pretty good, isn't it?
that light show, it does its own like entertainment. Yeah, that was a lot of fun as well. That was.
They're not bad, are they? They're good cars. And yeah, one thing I was going to ask, actually, we'll wrap this up. One thing I was going to ask, did you miss, because you've got Apple CarPlay, did you miss that with this system? Because you can't get Apple CarPlay in a Tesla.
Okay.
You sort of don't need it, is what I answer that with. So
yeah, I mean, to be fair, if we're in the car, we normally just stick the radio on. We don't normally play like our own music, like specifically. So we normally just radio stations, and that's it when we drive.
Like in something like a Porsche Taycan, Apple CarPlay saves, because the native software is really not very good. The native nav is not very good. But I think in a Tesla, though you can't have Apple CarPlay, I sort of don't think you need it, because you've got Google Mapping, which is very good. It's so easy to use. Plus you've got Spotify and TuneIn and all that stuff on there as it is. And it can read your text messages out to you and things like that. So, but if you didn't miss it, that's all good.
No.
Excellent. Okay, let's call it a wrap for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notifications of new videos. Give us a thumbs up and leave your comments below. Thanks for watching. Hey everyone, thanks for watching our videos. If you like our content and want to see more, don't forget to not only subscribe, but also hit the bell icon for notifications so you don't miss any new videos as they're uploaded. Plus, we're also on Instagram. Just look up R Simons or RSEV. We're on Facebook and Twitter. So lots of news, stories and things as we go on each one of those channels.